Norway decided on the final match day to rest their starters and not play them against France. The result, a date with the Ivory Coast in the round of 32 down in Dallas. This one brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code HMA, play $5, get 50 instantly. Appreciate all you guys being here for this day of World Cup action. If it's anything like yesterday, we are in for a treat. Ivory Coast in the orange going left to right. Norway in the whites going right to left. For the Ivory Coast, their starting lineup is a 4-1-4 run. Fofana in net. In the back, Konan, Agbadou, Kosanu, and Dule in the back. In the midfield, Sangare, Diamande, Olawi, Kasey, Pepe, and Boni. Boni as the striker up top. As for Norway, it's a 4-3-3. Nilan in net. In the back, Wolfa, Hagyam, Ayer, Holmgren Pedersen. In the midfield, Berg, Berge, and Erdegaard. And up top, Nusa, Surlot, and of course, the striker, Haaland. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. So we get this one our way again. Norway in the white going right to left. Ivory Coast in the orange going left to right. Trying to play a ball down the left side for Haaland. Intercepted by Kosanu. He tries to clear. Kosanu Trying to clear to Pepe, intercepted back by Norway. They'll go back to midfield. How's it going, everyone? How's it going, Jerry? How's it going, Charizard? Yeah, 3 brackets. That doesn't count, Dylan. If you have 3 brackets, I don't count people like that. You're allowed 1 bracket, that's it. You're allowed a 2nd bracket for your favorite team, but you're not allowed more than that. I don't like that for like March Madness, where it's like, oh yeah, I have this in 2 of my 8 brackets. Like, no, that doesn't count. That does not count. You're allowed 1 bracket. You're allowed a 2nd where you root for your favorite team, but every other result's the same. Other than that, no, doesn't count. Norway on the right side. Surla. I have France winning in the 2nd game. I have Mexico in game 3. Just a smash logo? Yes. And midfielder, they'll go out the back here. Hagyam. Hagyam in midfield. We'll switch to play right side at midfield. Yeah, LeBron not coming back to the Lakers. I think the Warriors thing is going to have leverage. Though I hate how he waited until the Bronny contract became official. Header into the box. That one, Haaland cleared away. It's a good cross from the right side. Haaland tried to get ahead on it, and he did. Just got blocked. Like never, Big Ben, let's go. Let's go, Dr. D. Let's go. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. Throwing on the right side here for Norway. Play a 1-2 back to the thrower. Edge of the box on the right side. Now they'll work it back. Back to midfield. It goes. They're going to blow the play dead. They're going to get offside on the throw, I believe. Only 1 bracket picked Morocco to win it all because I want something different. Yeah, why not? You know what? Why not? Morocco's got a good chance. You know, of any of the non-Europe or South American nations, Morocco is the best chance by far. Prime Suarez or Mohamed Salah? Oh, man. Suarez. I go Suarez there. Norway working out the midfield. Hagyam. Midfield circle back to Hagyam here. Okay, Norway going right to left, Ivory Coast left to right. Back to midfield on the right side. Erdegaard. Long through ball into the box. Headed away by Kozanu. Kozanu will clear his lines for the moment. We'll go to play for a throw on the right side for Norway. I don't hate LeBron for doing that. I just don't like the fact that Bronny, that the contract got guaranteed, and then 1 day later, yeah, no, I'm out of here. Pass to the right side, set to Ivory Coast. Go down the left side now. Ivory Coast. Through ball down the left side. Boney. Heavy slide challenge. Good job there by Berge getting back, but should be, or Ayer getting back. Who is it last off of? It's a great slide challenge from Ayer. And that was last touch by Boney. So good job there by Norway. They win a goal kick. Yeah, they get Brazil. They get Brazil. Pulling for Ivory Coast? I don't blame you there. Yeah, the actual bracket and the chalk bracket and all upsets bracket? Yeah, usually actual is better than chalk. Yep. Norway left side. Wolfe. Trying to turn here on the left, wins a free kick. Good job there by Nusa. On that turn, they'll want to go quick off the free kick. They'll play it out the back. Haaland. Back out the back. Hagyam. Switching the play right side at midfield. Hagyam to the midfield circle. Left side, Wolfe at midfield. Berge. Play it down the left side here. Across midfield, looking for a 1-2 with Nusa. Not there. He'll go back. A bit of a high line for the Ivory Coast. Haaland, or Wolfe, I should say, will retreat back to his left center back. Now they're switching the play right side. Through ball down the right side. Gets Vincent Tang through a good run here. Holmgren Pedersen gets around Diamande. Edge of the box, right side. Looks for a cross in with Conan closing in on him. It's not there. And Conan gets it right back. They'll boot it out and win a throw-in. It's July for me? Yep. In Singapore, it's July. Yep. Who would have the best matchup against Brazil? Oh, man. The best against Brazil of these two teams? Be tough no matter what. Definitely be tough no matter what. I think Norway probably fares a little bit better. How does Michigan do this year? They'll be okay. I mean, obviously lose to their coach, lose to a lot of talent. Probably like a 6 seed, something like that. Probably somewhere around a 6 seed. Ivory Coast thrown here at midfield. And Ivory Coast going left to right, Norway right to left. There is no Discord. No, I do not have Discord. Right, you can bet the hot dog contest. You can bet anything, Dylan. You can bet anything. Messi wins the Golden Boot, the most age-defying sports performance ever. It's up there. It's definitely up there. I would say Serena Williams winning a major in her late 30s while pregnant has to be probably number one. Down the right side here, throw in one. Kassé. Edge of the box on the right side after the clearance by Norway. Taking the throw here for the Ivory Coast, Dule. He gives off right side, Sangare. Sangare, 1-2 edge of the box, right side back to Sangare. They'll go 1-2 down the right side. Pepe. Pepe gives off right side, Dule with a cross to the far post. And a good jump there by Diamande. Just couldn't keep it down. Goes back to Surlot. He'll clear it back. Stays with Ivory Coast. Olawi. Kassé switching the play back to the right side. Dule. Back to the midfield circle it goes. Sangare. Through ball into the top of the box. Overlap down the left side. Play by Diamande. The cross into the far post. Headed away by Wolfa. Stay with Ivory Coast on the right side. Pepe. Pepe, edge of the box, right side. Looks for a run around Wolfa. Wolfa wins it for the moment. Pepe gets it back outside the box on the right side. He'll feed it edge of the box to Kassé. Kassé, right side through ball. Pepe, can he get there in time? He can. Now looks for a cross in around Wolfa. Blocked by Wolfa. Cleared behind for a corner. Go Vikings, run football. Hat-trick round of 32. It's going to be tough. I'm going to say no. First, getting hat-tricks is so tough. I think the other thing, too, is that Cabo Verde is going to be tough to break down because they're just going to be parking the bus. So I'm going to say no. Corner on the right side. First one of the match. Corner here for the Ivory Coast. Taking it is Pepe. Pepe from the right flag. Some jostling in the box. Now we're good to go. Pepe on the corner. Into the 6. Looking for the head there of Kassé, and Hagiam out jumps him and will win a goal kick. Frankly with you, yep. Yes, she opens at 1:30. Yep, it's a wild card. Oh, yeah, Drogba. Oh, I remember Drogba, of course. Yaya Toure. Oh, my God. How could I not forget? How could I not remember, I should say. Yeah, Drogba, Chelsea legend. Working out the back here off the goal kick again. Norway going right to left, Ivory Coast left to right. Hagiam gives it left side, Wolfa. Wolfa. Go back to his keeper, Nilan. Congrats to Civics UK. Yeah, World Cup's been great. Appreciate you, actually. Appreciate you a ton on that one. Yeah, World Cup's been very, very good. I'm really happy with how it's going. We're 20 away from 76.2, which is crazy to think about. Like, the views are really, really good. Haven't put out a video in like 3 weeks, which sucks. I want to put out videos again, but just the voice and the just the grind of the World Cup. We're gonna get back to videos soon, but it's just the grind of the World Cup, but the numbers are just so good. PK games on the menu. I think one. I think we'll see one. I'm not sure which one. I think we'll probably see one. Could be this one. Could definitely be this one. Yeah, drop when that one's at. Yeah, high point and rebuild. No. No, they got a very good transfer portal. The downside is fewer history events. Yeah, we're getting to that. We're going to get back to that. Don't worry. Yeah, High Point's not rebuild mode. Are you kidding me? High Point, they have like a dominant transfer portal. They're going to be like, they're going to get some top 25 votes, I think. Norway get it back in midfield here. Through ball down the left side, Nusa. Nusa plays it to the top of the box. Chance here to play on Haaland. That pass intercepted. It's a great idea. Kassé with the interception. I'll play it to midfield for Pepe. They'll clear it. Pull the play back. Free kick for Ivory Coast. So I think the play button. The play button's coming at some point. I just don't know when. I'm hoping by the end of next year. I'm hoping end of next year for the play button. But it's starting to become a possibility. Where it's like, this could happen. Don't want the YouTube button taking up helmet space. Oh, I'm not sure where I would put it. I'm not sure where I would put it. It might go in my main room. Honestly, the play button might go in my main room. I'm not even sure it'd be in the office. Olawi Kese switches to play to midfield. Sangare. Sangare goes right side. Dule. Dule across midfield on the right. We'll give it off here. Pepe back to the midfield circle. Looking to switch play back to the left side. Agbadu. Olawi. Midfield circle. Kese back to Olawi. Play it left side. Conan looks for a cross and around Surlot. Not there. So working around the midfield once more. Now they'll try and switch the play into the box. Looking for Boney. Too heavy of a pass. Behind harmlessly for a goal kick. Yes, I already said that, Dylan. They make it, I'm going. They make it, I'm going. Norway work out the back here. They go short off the goal kick. Back to the keeper, Nilan. Nilan. Plays it, Wolfa. Wolfa down the left side, trying to get across midfield. He's pushed from behind. Play on. I'm not sure there was a foul, but Nusa gets it. He feeds it on the left side to Berg at midfield, and he'll try to play a through ball down for Howland. Kosanu intercepts. Back to the Ivory Coast at midfield. It's a great 1-2 down the left side. Kese. And a poor ball there. Looking for Diamande. Conan trying to play to Diamande. He could have had a run going down the left side. Decided not to do it. Ivory Coast will get it back, though, at midfield. On the left side. Again, Ivory Coast going left to right in the orange. Norway and the whites going right to left. Once football's here, saying people after the night games, appreciate you, Dr. D. Appreciate you. Completely understand, man. Yeah, because we're going to stay on after the games are done, obviously, with overtime and everything. So we're going to get weird and wacky with that. Let everyone know about the joys of Little Brown Bear and the 5 pillars and all that. Holmgren Pedersen goes back to his keeper, Nilan. Where's LeBron go? I think Warriors. I think he's not done yet. I don't think he's going to the Cavs yet. I think that's going to be his final season. I don't think he's done yet. I think Warriors at this point. Yeah, the fishies looked good yesterday. On the left side here, Wolfa across midfield. Intercept as he tries to get into the attacking third. Ivory Coast want to throw Pepe as well to win one. How's it going, Cujo? Yeah, LeBron. I mean, I don't think LeBron's washed. He can still play. I think he's going to the Warriors. I don't think he's washed, but I don't like the fact that he let the Lakers guaranteed Bronny's contract yesterday. And the very next day, Bron's like, yep, I'm out of here. Because you know they were not going to keep Bronny if he's not there. There's no reason to. He sucks. Ivory Coast left side. Diamande. Trying to get her Holmgren Pedersen. Diamande down the left flank. Tackled by Holmgren Pedersen. Gets back up. Wins the corner kick. Good job there by Diamande. Getting right back up after Holmgren Pedersen brought him down. Yeah, they are summer, yep. Thought it was going to be a foul. He clipped him in the back. It's a shame he was nerfed. Yep, unfortunately. He was nerfed. Little Gray Bear, though, is still going strong. Yeah, LeBron's going to the Warriors. Yeah, he's going to go to the Warriors. There'll be a second round exit. Left side, Diamande. Cross into the box. Headed away. They go long. Headed away easily by Norway. Back to midfield for the Ivory Coast on the right side. Yeah, Cavs will be his final season. I don't think he's ready yet. Dule tries to go far post. And Norway does a poor job marking as we have a streaking player with Diamande down the left side. But a heavy first touch. Ball took a dangerous bounce in the box. So there was too much on that cross. There was no one marking on the far side. Diamande, better first touch. Has a chance to put the one on target. So it goes in a play for a goal kick. If you want to wait till the sun get paid and say, well, you don't need me anymore. They get 82? Yes. I think that'd be a mistake. If they need more elephants, yeah, the population's declining. Yeah, I think the Warriors get AD, but he has negative value at this point. I don't understand why anyone wants AD. He's healthy for like 5 games a year. Surlot back to midfield on the right side. Hagyam to the midfield circle here. Berge. Ayer. Across midfield on the right side. Berge. Switches to play right side. Holmgren Pedersen back to midfield. They'll retreat a little bit. Get around Sangari. Good first touch on the right side by Wolfa. Plays it right side. It goes for Surlot. Surlot trying to dance around Diamande. A poor pass to the middle of the pitch. Kesey intercepts, and he gives it up to Sangare. And Ivory Coast will work out the back here. With LeBron, where they've gone 82-0. Yes. Assuming he plays all the games, yes, they would have. Kozanu. Back to his keeper here, Fofana. Ivory Coast going left side at the back. Now they'll play to midfield 1-2. It's a good 1-2 down left side, but a poor touch. It's a great 1-2 by Diamande, but a poor touch down the left. They'll have to reset. Diamande, he'll switch the play right side. That's a good switch. Pepe, down the right side. Pepe in the attacking third, edge of the box. Try to get a run around Wolfa. Plays the overlap on the right for Dule. Back to Pepe. 1-2 at Pepe. Can he win the ball? He cannot. It goes out of play for a goal kick. John of Portland, it doesn't make any sense. John's got nothing left in the tank. He's a head case. His game is so reliant on his physicality and athleticism. That's gone at this point. They don't need any more guards. I don't know where he fits. I don't know where he fits in. Or is our playing team at best? I mean, LeBron, I think, I don't know about playing team. I think there could be like a second round exit. Probably in that 6 seed range. They're not contenders. I'll give you that. They're not contenders. They're not going to be as bad as last year, but they're not contenders. Norway work on the back. And compared to like the Thunder and the T-Wolves and the Spurs, they're not even close. Even with LeBron, they're not in that tier. Work on the back here. Wolfa plays it back in his own box. On the left side, Hagyam. Ivory Coast, a bit of a high line. Berge goes back to his keeper. Now they'll switch down the right side. And winner of this game takes on Brazil. Coming off that win against Japan yesterday in stoppage time. Get all 3 games today on the docket. Erdegaard, midfield circle. He'll go for Berge. Berge plays it right side. Ayer. Back in his half, left side, Hagyam. Switching the play left side. Down the flank of the attacking third, Berge. Plays it into the top of the box, Haaland. Left side, good ball, Wolfa. He'll try a cross. That one blocked behind. For a goal kick. Dule did well to win that last touch by Wolfa. You know, if they say healthy cigarette exits, yep. It's a promising attack there for Norway. Going down that left side. Ivory Coast win it back. At midfield here. Kesey. They'll go left side. Agbadou. Agbadou gives it off on the left side at midfield. Konan. Now look to go across in the attacking half. Trying to get around Surlot on the left side. And Ivory Coast going left to right. Norway right to left. Kesey. Midfield it goes left side. Through ball down the left into the attacking third edge of the box. Trying to get on Holmgren Pedersen. Overlapping run to get on Holmgren Pedersen. Cuts back inside the shot. Near post. Side netting. Holmgren Pedersen was caught out. It's a good ball and a good run. Konan, the great run to cut back inside Holmgren Pedersen. But right into the side netting on the left side. LeBron to the T-Wolves, who says no. I mean, that would unironically be a very good spot to go. Unironically, that'd be a great spot. Bring Minnesota their first title ever. That'd be a great spot. Norway out the back here. Erdegaard. Take it across the field on the right side. Erdegaard. Hagyam. Left side at midfield. Play it down the flank for Nusa. Nusa in the attacking third. Looks for a ball when Nusa, it's not there. We'll go back to midfield. Nusa gets it back in midfield on the left side. Nusa. Berg. Bye-bye, Wows. Yep. Bye-bye, Wows. Surlot, left side. Berg, midfield. Back to the midfield circle it goes. Left side, Berg. Play for Nusa. Nusa back to midfield here. Berge. It's looking for any space to operate here. So 1-2 back to Berge in the circle. Left side, Hagam at midfield. Hagam, Nusa in the attacking third. He tries to cut inside Dule. Deflects that one out of play. Throw in for Norway. Right at the edge of the box on the left side. Should be the last spell of play before the hydration break. Actually, it was deflected out for a corner. That ball took a very weird bounce. I thought it was going out for a throw. It's a corner kick. Berg to take the throw on the left side. So Berg corner kick here off the set piece. Flicked back to the top of the box by the Ivory Coast. And then a heavy foul stopping a counterattack. It will not be a caution issued. But a heavy foul there by Wolfa. As Diamande was trying to start a counterattack on a miscommunication by Norway out the back. Just bowling him over. Diamande's still down. That could take us to the hydration break. It will not yet at least. Ivory Coast free kick, they'll work it out the back here. And now the ref realizes the clock and is like, yeah, we're gonna do that. Now the referee realizes the clock and decides time for hydration break. Not much in this one so far. Ivory Coast and Norway knotted up. We go to the first hydration break here, brought to you by Prize Picks and Reiki. Make sure to rate today's game on the Reiki app when all is said and done. So, let's do... Man, what do I want to do here? Here's what I go with. Let's do a Prize Picks run. Let's do a Prize Picks. Use the code HRA, play 5, get 50 instantly. Here's what I'm going with tonight. Luis Arise, Brandon Fonts in the lineup tonight. He's the pitcher for the D-backs. He's usually not great. A lot of hard contact. I think Luis Arise gets a hit. Corbin Carroll, trust him. He'll get a hit. 20 to win 34. Use my code HMA. Play 5, get 50. So you know what? If we add Devers to that as well, again, Fonts going to get shelled. Fonts going to get shelled. And then you get flex play, get 20 for 38. So no risk to add, and you win $4 more. So why not that? Flex play, Arise, Carroll, Devers, each to get a hit. Power play 20 for 46. Flex play 20 for 38. Use the code HMA, 5, get 50 instantly. I love that. I love that too. So if I take Devers out, it's 20 for 34. But if I add Devers in and I just make it so you have to hit on 2 out of 3, it's 20 for 38. It's like no risk adding Devers to that necessarily. I don't know why it's like that, but it's all good. Ivory Coast, because I blanked on my knockouts. You predict Norway, I predicted Uruguay. You predicted Uruguay to win it all? Oof. I don't know why that. I did not have that at the start. I'm going to the knockout rounds, but not further than that. Found some Bills omitting OJ's number. Did he do something? I didn't realize he did something. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They've already unretired the number. I'm fine with it. It's like Hugh Culverhouse when he put himself in the Ring of Honor, and then the new owner decided, yeah, you're not in the Ring of Honor. You sucked. I'm fine with them not honoring a murderer in their stadium. I'm okay with that. Yeah, Rossini would be in shambles. Yeah, Rossini. There's a common theme with Rossini just not taking the profession seriously and not taking accountability for anything. Like, that's so unprofessional of a reporter. Like, it's... Hopefully she never gets a job again in the reporting industry. And I don't know how far this rabbit hole goes. Hugh Culverhouse murder? I mean, he murdered the Bucks' chances of winning for years. By sucking as an owner. Back on our way here. Ivory Coast going left to right. Norway right to left. Norway in their own half. Berge plays it down the right side. And that ball went out of play before Berge, so Ivory Coast went to throw before he played that ball. And where this takes on Brazil in the round of 16. And that ball just barely went out of play. Ivory Coast win the throw, and they'll play it out the back here. Kosanu, back to his keeper, Fofana. Fofana boots it deep down the left side of the pitch. Won by Ivory Coast. But a poor first touch. They'll get it back, though, on the left side in their own half. Ball to center for Kese. Kese tries to play it down the left side, trying to beat Berg. And he does. Through ball down the left. It's a good ball. Chance to get a cross in, get around Holmgren Pedersen. Can he get around him? Cross into the far post! The shot wide. Cleared behind for a corner. It was a good cross, the far post. Pepe just wide on the shot. Not sure he was trying to redirect that into the 6 or trying to go for goal and just missed wide. But a good ball in by Diomande on the left side. It's a few times now Ivory Coast have had chances on crosses. They're just unmarked on the far side. Corner on the right here. Pepe to take. Pepe to take. They'll go long. There's no one short. They'll go long here into the 6. Headed by Norway back to the top of the box. Diomande. Play it back to Pepe on the right side. Pepe on the right. Pepe cross into the far post. Unmarked on the far post. Poor first touch though by Kese. Out of play for a goal kick. You know, the guy was a mess. He should have just eaten Culver's. He should have. I mean, that was the one... That's the one USFL team that I think would have survived in the same market just because no one liked Culverhouse and the Bucks. The Bandits were the better team in terms of how they were run than the Bucks. Yeah, the whole draft pick saga, too, was crazy with Culverhouse. Like, he drafted the wrong guy. Like, that's insane to think about. Top of the box here for Norway. They go quick. Taking off the ball there is Erdegaard. Erdegaard gives it off and now intercepted by Kese. Kese will go down the right side. Start a counterattack quickly. Space for the Ivory Coast down the right. Pepe in the attacking third down the right side. Looks for a ball. Pepe, it's a great run down the right side. He gets around his man. Cross into the box. A bit too heavy on the cross, but headed behind for a corner by Holmgren Pedersen. Taking no chances there on the far post. Great counterattack. Pepe ran a long distance. Corner left side. This time it will be Diomande to take for the Ivory Coast in the 30th minute. Fourth corner of the match for the Ivory Coast. They'll go long here into the 6. Do it again. Corner number 5. Ayer headed it away. Went down for a moment. I think he's okay. I was going to be cautious with head injuries, but looks to be okay. Corner number 5 for the Ivory Coast. Now, the Bucks declined the proposal was worse than the actual pick. Yeah, they could have gotten a Hall of Fame safety. Corner into the 6, headed away. Stays with Ivory Coast left side. Diomande edge of the box. 1-2, back to Diomande, but a heavy touch by Diomande. Goes back to Nusa. He lost the handle. Goes back to Pepe on the left, and he lost the handle. Goes back to Norway goal kick. Sloppy sequence there. Yeah, unfortunately, Crochet, yeah. The Mercury social media manager just got hired as the director of PR at High Point. Oh, man. Yeah, taking Bo Jackson, calling his bluff is one thing. I mean, it was stupid. But that's one thing, because I mean, he had leverage. That's the crazy part. He had leverage to play baseball. You screwed him over. But then declining a trade where you get Ronnie Lott. It's not like Ronnie Lott was an unknown at the time. He was like the best safety in football at the time. I read off the Red Sox. I mean, the AL sucks so much. I mean, the Red Sox could make a run just because the AL is so bad right now. But at least the Chargers, they traded him away immediately and got something out of him. Same thing with Elway. They got a 6-time Pro Bowler out of him. Chris Hiddin was a darn good player. Chris Hiddin's a borderline Hall of Famer. You know, any kind of bad ownership? Yeah, no, I hate, Yeah, owners can hold the team hostage. I don't wish that on anyone. I don't wish that on anyone. Even my enemies, because I know how it is. I know how it feels. It sucks. Just one owner holding you hostage. I want my rivals to suck, but I want to do it competently. Nusa gets around his man, Pepe. Switching the play right side. Good switch here for Norway. Surlot, heavy first touch, dispossessed. Diamante takes it down the left side. Surlot did pour on that touch. Diamante in the attacking third, left side. Can he get around Iyer? Feeds it into the edge of the box on the left side, wins a corner. Number 6, Hagyan. Boots it away and behind. Yeah, the Red Sox, yeah, Henry's too cheap. If US were to get a Premier League team, I mean, they would never get one. If they were, definitely New York, because it's the closest. But it'll never happen for, like, a variety of reasons. First off, they're not going to start in the Premier League. They're going to have to start probably up in the 10th tier. The travel will be insane. They would never go for it. Ivory Coast left side. You need approval to play in multiple countries. They'll play a ground ball on this one into the 6. It finds the feet of Boney. Go back top of the box. On the right side, looking for some space here is Olawi. Olawi, heavy ball roll. Can he keep it in play? He can. Olawi finally gives himself right side. Kozanu. Edge of the box, right side. Trying to get across in his Keisei. Keisei cross blocked. Another corner. Berg deflects it out of play. They'll go short this time on the corner. Olawi. Back to the corner taker. Keisei. Keisei crossing the box. Headed away. Back to the top it goes for the Ivory Coast on the half volley. And it's on target, but at 2 miles an hour, right at Nealon. And I'll make the easy save. You know, Chris Simmons are better than that. Yep. It's like Steven Jackson. Exactly. He deserved way better. Yeah, Chris Simmons was a darn good player. So it's funny, the Bucko Bruce logo, I don't know when we did a 180 on that society. You left work early faking sick to watch Allen? Made the right call. Yeah, Henry's going to sell. I'm with you. Try moving a Premier League team to Dublin? Well, moving a team, I mean, that would cause outrage. I mean, it did when MK Dons, when that whole thing happened. But when did we do a switch on the Bucks? When did that happen? Because I remember growing up, Bucko Bruce and the Creamsicles were regarded as horrible jerseys. Like, thank God they switched, because they're terrible. And now they're regarded as legendary. When did we make that switch? Because I distinctly remember growing up that Creamsicles were on the list of the worst uniforms ever. Yeah, that's life. There you go. Red better, yep. I didn't know about the Dublin situation. Yeah, like, MLS need approval to go to Canada. A-League need approval to go to New Zealand. It's very hard to play a league in multiple countries with FIFA guidelines. Off the goal kick, Norway into the attacking half. Headway by Ivory Coast. Really have not seen a lot of touches for Haaland. Berge tries to play it. It's blocked. Ivory Coast get it back in midfield. Back heel pass. It's a poor back heel. Goes back to Nusa. Nusa will go back in his own half. Norway should get a spell possession here. They haven't had in a while. You know, it's been, yeah, it was hated, yeah. See, I like him as, like, throwbacks. I don't... Oh, wait, really? He wanted to move to Dublin? I didn't realize that was the same guy. I did not realize that. Yeah, get rid of Green? Yeah, they should. Green is an albatross at this point. Norway down the right side. Yeah, I like him as throwbacks, not as permanents, but it's throwbacks I like him. But they were hated. Cross in. Haaland gets a head on it, and it's right at the keeper. Fofana makes the save. Good cross from the right side. Yeah, Ward's going to trade Curry to the box. Yeah, it's funny because Curry was very much not healthy. Curry was always injured. The question with Curry for a while was, can he stay healthy? Obviously, now that's not a question. I remember those. Yeah, they were terrible, Kendall. How close were the Bucks to moving out of Tampa? Pretty close. There were talks with Sacramento. They needed a new stadium. There were talks. It wasn't Seattle, LA, where it was about to happen. It wasn't anything like that, but they were close. They were talking with a lot of cities. Biggest upset, I think, will be Paraguay. I think Paraguay will be the biggest upset. Ivory Coast try to go down the right side here at midfield. Pepe plays a long ball down the right side. They want a flag for offside. Casey, can he get there? Or Boney, I should say. Boney not be able to get there. Good shielding job there by Hagyam. Back to Norway in their own half. Play a 1-2 down the left side. Nusa, good ball down the left. Goes for Berg. Berg across midfield. Berg now pulls the play back. Goes for Nusa. Play the advantage. Bit of a push, but play the advantage as he gets around Dule. Nusa back to the top of the box. Chance here. Cuts back inside. The shot here. Erdegaard with the left foot. Blocked. Saves with Norway, though. They'll go right side. Berge gives it off on the right. Holmgren Pettersson. Erdegaard. Berge back at midfield. Erdegaard right side. He'll retreat. Go close to the midfield circle on the right side. It's inviting the pressure here from Sangare. He'll give it off right side now to Ayer. Back to Erdegaard. He'll get into the attacking third. Good ball. They can switch to play left side if they want. And they will. Down the left side here. Berg. Nusa. Edge of the box on the left. Trying to get around Dule. Feed it back to the top of the box. Chance here. Berg gives it off Erdegaard. Looks for space. Good ball down the left. Nusa. Nusa with space against someone in. Nusa centers it. What a goal! Nusa! 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 What a goal! The finesse to the top right corner was creating space for himself. And Nusa on the feed from Erdegaard. Finesse, top right corner. Norway in front. What a goal for Nusa. Poor job closing the space, but no keeper in the world is stopping that shot. No keeper in the world is stopping that. To the top right corner, into the side of the net. No keeper in the world stopping that. A sublime finish. Nusa, the curl, to the top right. He got around Pepe. Didn't close down. Great job by Erdegaard on that attack. Switching the play. Playing promising balls. And Nusa with a phenomenal finish to the top right corner. Nusa's first of this World Cup. And Norway in front. Yeah, I think the Kings with Halliburton, that trade never made a lot of sense. But I do like what they did with the draft. But do I trust them? No. No, the big suburbs seem like hell to play in, yes. Yeah, outdated stadium, no shade. Yeah, it was a nightmare. Norway in front. What a goal by Nusa. Right before halftime. 5 minutes and change. Ivory Coast looked the better side. But a great attack. Erdegaard. Phenomenal on that one all the way around. Orchestrating that perfectly. Then Nusa creating space for himself. And a sublime finish. Well, Bronco, I think he'll go Warriors. Draymond, I think he's going to stay a Warrior. He shouldn't. I think he should have gone a long time ago, but I think they're so loyal to him. I think I'm going to stay with him. Cross over the right side. Looking for the head of Haaland. Haaland! Blocked. It's a good header by Surlot to Haaland. Ball in from the right side. Timed the run perfectly. And Haaland in the 6. The shot blocked. That close to being 2-0. Was blocked by Sangare. Behind for a corner on the left. Yeah, I like the Kings picks. I just don't trust them to be anything with them. Second corner of the match for Norway. Haaland starting to get involved again. Chances of the attacking third now. Play opening up. Corner for the left. Berg. Header. Flicked on. Goal kick. It's a great set piece. Berg to Sørloth. He flicked it to the far post. But no one there. Sørloth got the header. Unmarked in the 6. He flicked it to the far post, and Haaland was right there, as was Hagyam. In the end, it fell between both of them. Oh, there's no chance for Sigo. He's not going to make it. How's it going, Stan? Appreciate you, man. Canopy or full on roof. They're going SoFi. They're going to do what SoFi Stadium is. Yeah, Diallo's come on second half? Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be what SoFi Stadium is. So, sort of full roof, but not entirely. Like, technically outdoors, but not really. Ivory Coast need this halftime break to come, because right now Norway playing phenomenally. Unlucky not have a second, for being honest. Nigeria's got to do so to cheer for. Yep. Jack with a 10. I appreciate you, man. Play hit again. Let's go, Jack. Let's go. You did say with Paraguay. You said you had a lot on that. Cheers, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a ton. You're coming in hot. I appreciate you a ton. I'll get you on the LED board, too. Ivory Coast down the right side here. Boney plays the top of the box. Slide challenge won by Norway. On the left side, sits with Ivory Coast trying to play a 1-2. Top of the box on the left side. Cutting back here is Conan. He'll try a cross block corner. Number 8 of the first half. I appreciate that ton, Jack. Get you on the LED board. Corner on the left, Diamande to take. He'll go long. Punched away by Nilan. Goes back to midfield. Conan gets it back at midfield. He'll go back to the corner taker here. Diamande on the left side. Diamande. Run by Holmgren Pedersen. K-Say looks for a cross in. And that one appeals for both sides for corner or goal kick. And they will get a goal kick. Number 9 of the half. Good luck, man. Thoughts on Mexico? Low scoring. Mexico wins. I think very low scoring, though. Like, extremely low scoring. There's not going to be anything in that match. Like, there might be like 3 shots on target all game. But I have Mexico winning. Raul Jimenez, 1-0 off the set piece. Corner on the right side here. Into the box, number 9, headed away. Pepe's corner, headed away. Nusa looks to clear for Norway. He's pushed from behind. They win the foul. Good luck. Yep, Sweden has a shot. They do. They do. I think France is going to win that one. Yeah, Green, although he should have been on his last strain for punching a teammate. And that should have been the last strain. Or the last straw. You would think in a normal world, but apparently not. Should have been gone a long time ago. I would think 4 minutes of added time. And exactly 4 minutes. Yep. If Green is suspended, they should look to trading him. Problem is who would want him? He's a head case. Doesn't offer much at this stage. He can retire any minute. Ivory Coast down the right side. Edge of the box, Dule. He's taken down by Nusa. That's a yellow. So the goal scorer goes into the books. And a dangerous set-piece opportunity here. Dule wins the foul. Edge of the box, right side. We will take a halftime break when the time comes. Like Mexico and low score, yes. Mexico and low score. 0% containment? Oh, crap, that's awful. That's awful, Isaac. Red Sox look to trade. I think they're going to be selling, yeah. But for Witt, no, they're not going to. Why would they trade for Witt? Witt's going to be either a Royal for life or he's going to get traded to a contender. The Red Sox aren't buying. Free kick right side. They'll go far post. The header. Wide left. Could have gone for goal from there. Instead, they tried for a set piece to go far post. And header harmlessly left. Agbaidu. Actually, that was deflected off a Norwegian defender. That was Agbaidu. He actually got that on target. That was deflected off a Norwegian defender. That should be a corner. I don't think the referee saw it. I didn't see it on first glance either, to be fair. But it will be a goal kick. Mexico, Ecuador, going to be a match of the day. There's not going to be a lot in that one. But I think it could go either way. Definitely is the one that I think could go either way. But I don't think there's going to be much in it. Not going to be the prettiest football. I'll put it that way. Will not be the prettiest football. Norway work out the back here. Back to the keeper, Nilan. Nilan. Hagyam. Hagyam across midfield on the left side. Give it off on the flank to Wolfe. Wolfe. Now goes back in his own half. Goes midfield circle here. Berge. Switches to play right side. Long ball down the right side here. Too much on that one for Norway. We'll go right back to the Ivory Coast. Fofana. Let's play back to him. We'll boot it down the right side. If Sweden can play. I think France is way better, though. Norway win a throw. Ivory Coast win a throw as it goes off Nusa. And then went off of Pepe. So thrown for Norway on the left side. Wolfe to take. Potential last chance of the half. They'll throw it to the edge of the box left side. 1-2 back to Nusa. Nusa, his pass deflected. And Ivory Coast would have thrown their own half. Dule to take the throw. We'll give it off right side. Header won by Norway in midfield. Still working it in the air. Ivory Coast get it back right side. Boney. Boney dispossessed midfield by Berg. Berg goes back to midfield for Berge. Berge back to his center back here, Ayer. That should take us to halftime. Yeah, the air quality, I can't imagine. Just horrifying. Should take us to halftime, and it will. 1-0 Norway. Nusa's goal. No, he hasn't commented, Nick. He hasn't commented today, so. I don't know, but he has not commented today. Yeah, King James leaving. Yep, I think Warriors. Yeah, let's see if the Sox streak continues. Yep. Okay, after that sweep against the Yankees, anything's possible. All right, be back in 14 minutes for the start of the second half here. 1-0 Norway. Nusa's goal the difference. See you guys in just a bit. Noosa's goal the difference. As Norway up 1-0 as we start the second half here. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code HMA, play 5, get 50 instantly. And remember to rate today's game on the Rate Game app when all is said and done. No changes for either side out of the halftime break. Ivory Coast going right to left this half. Norway left to right. I should note that in every match going into the final hydration break, right around the 67th minute, that it has been level. All 4 matches have been level at the hydration break. Norway, can they go up to a good start here? They played very well the final couple minutes of that first half. Rewarded with a well-deserved goal with Noosa. Could have gone a second. Plays opening up the last couple minutes going into the halftime break. Ivory Coast, a lot of corner kicks. Do I think Ivory Coast will score? I think they will, yeah. I think one of these set pieces will go in. France, Sweden, prediction for that. I'm going to go France wins it 3-1. I'm going France 3-1. Norway going left to right. Ivory Coast right to left. Conan. I'll give it off. Diamande. Diamande gets taken down. Wins a free kick in his own half. That I will judge break point. Yep. Yep. It's unfortunate that has to come at that minute. It really is that minute. But it literally is. It's always the 67th minute. I think Kelly Bundy when I think Norwegian. I think Maelstrom. I think the Norway Pavilion in Epcot. Chicago, that's not Norwegian. That's good. That's good. All right, Norway plays it back to their keeper here, Nealon. Nealon tries to play it down the right side. Will win a throw-in. Last touch on the play by Olawi. And no subs for either side out of the halftime break. We'll be live for every game today. France, Sweden after this, and then Mexico, Ecuador to cap off the night. Norway work out the back here. On the right side, Ayer. Ayer. Play a 1-2. Goes back to the Ivory Coast. Midfield, Sangare goes back to his center back here. They'll reset the back. Kosanu. Kosanu switching the play left side. Agbadou on the left at midfield. Need Pepe to score? We'll see. LeBron Cleveland, I think he'll go to Cleveland at some point. Not this year. I think Warriors. He'll go Warriors. And then he'll end his career in Cleveland. His final year will be Cleveland, but I think he'll go Warriors this year. The Frozen Right Epcot's good. I like Maelstrom better. I think Maelstrom was a lot better. It was also a lot easier to get on. It was walk-on versus waiting 2 hours. Also like Maelstrom because you could see the outside on the backwards drop at the end. Not the backwards drop because it switched to forward at that point. But Maelstrom, you could see the outside. They closed it off during Frozen. That was an underrated aspect of it. Like being able to see the outside. Ivory Coast, left side edge of the box. Conan, cross into the box. No one there, but does find him on the right side. Pepe. Pepe on the right side trying to get around. Feed it back into the box, right side. The cross! That one just wide. Nealon had to die for that one. Stays with Ivory Coast. Conan, edge of the box, left side. Diamande. Diamande. He'll play it into the 6. Heavy first touch, though. Wins a corner kick. I think he'll win a corner, actually. So appeals on both sides. It will be a corner. Corner from the left flag. Number 10 for the Ivory Coast. Diamande to take. Some jostling in the box going on with Nealon, the keeper, and Kosanu. Corner number 10. Have not come close on most of these, but all you need is one. Play is still stopped here. Diamande went in and take the corner. Ball was not in the corner arc, so we'll have to re-put the ball in the arc. And now it'll be good to go. Diamande will take the corner. Near post. Headed away easily by Norway. Ivory Coast trying to keep in the attack there. Conan boots it into the box. Looking for Agbadou. Headed away easily by Norway. And back to Ivory Coast in their own half. Use one frozen so we don't have to wait too long. That's not too bad. Yeah, Lightning Lane. I mean, Guardians is great. Guardians. Depends what time of day you go for Guardians. It's like I was able to get on Guardians in only like 40 minutes. Like it was not bad. If I lived in Orlando, what do? What I do is I cross to the box, head a redirect into the 6, headed away by Wolfa, and back to the top of the box. Norway looks to clear, and they will. Good clearance there by Haaland. Back to midfield. What I would do if I lived in Orlando, this is the one reason why I would live in Orlando. The one reason why, 100%. Because I work nights, obviously, with the games. And be extra late nights with if I lived on the East Coast. What do? I would go to Disney in the day, go to Epcot, have the pizza at Via Napoli. I would ride Guardians, watch some of the music events, stay for like 3 hours, go on like a random Tuesday. Go once a week on like a Tuesday. When it's not as packed, especially not during the summertime. And just ride Guardians and eat the pizza Via Napoli. Maybe walk the boardwalk. That's what I would do. What is Canada, Rob? What is Canada? You know, you did see Morocco win. It wasn't a surprise. Like, I had trouble picking that game. That was a toss-up. That game was a complete toss-up. That was a match that I've always said should not have been round of 32. Both those teams were too good for that round. It was not a surprise in the slightest bit. Paraguay was a bit of a surprise, but no, of course Morocco's not a surprise. No, not in the slightest bit. That was why I had trouble predicting, but I had whoever won that one going to the quarters. Conan crossing from the left side, head away by Norway once again. Then shot from the top of the box, well over the bar. And behind for a goal kick. They're not really getting these crosses in the air. If they're unmarked, that's one thing, but they're not really getting them in the air. I got it, let's go, yep. I do love that we play on Canada's Independence Day, and Canada plays on our Independence Day. I love that. Norway with a throw on the right side here. It's going all right, Deb. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you being here. It's going all right. Can't complain. Summertime, World Cup action. Can't complain at all. Holmgren Pettersson throwing on the right side. He'll play it to Surlot. And they'll go back to midfield here. The midfield circle for Berge. Berge left side, Hagyam. Hagyam gives himself on the left. Back to Hagyam. Now Berge. Left side, Hagyam back to Berge. Berge retreats back in his own half. He'll go left side, Hagyam once again. High line by Ivory Coast, plays it to Berg. Forced to retreat, close to their own box. Erdegaard, I mean, he can compose matters here. Erdegaard goes back to his keeper. Look to switch the play now. Erdegaard. Trying to go on a long one here on the right side. Erdegaard plays it on the right. Goes for Holmgren Pettersson. Holmgren Pettersson. He'll boot it to midfield. Trying to play a through ball down the right. Too much on that one. Looking for Surlot. But a bad pass for Ivory Coast. Now they can go. Erdegaard. 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 Top of the box. Erdegaard. Late on the overlap. But plays Noosa. Plays the left side. Cross in. No one there. I think Erdegaard, he was so good on that first goal. He waited too long on that through ball. They were all out of sorts afterwards. Ivory Coast left side, Olawi. Goes back to midfield here. Kesey switching the play right side. Dule in the attacking half. Dule plays a ball right side. Pepe goes back to midfield here. And then midfield circle, switching to play left side. Agbadou. Agbadou gives off Olawi. Olawi gives off left flank Conan. Conan looks for a run in. Not there. Goes back to Olawi. Olawi. He'll switch the play right side. Calling for the ball there. And getting it is Pepe. Good first touch. Chests it down. Trying to get around Wolfa. He goes back. Edge of the box right side. The shot blocked. But the putback saved. Nealon with a save on the right side. Damage not done yet. Edge of the box for the Ivory Coast. For the Noosa. Able to win it back and he'll get rid of it. Nealon with a great save. You know what can be Brazil to get through this match? They can, yeah. Brazil, they can do better. Not saying they're playing poorly, but they can do better. I know they can do better. Pepe denied on a great save near post by Nealon. Not an easy one, especially off the putback. Ivory Coast got some space there. Now Haaland. Erdegaard. Erdegaard, top of the box, off the throw. Erdegaard tries to play ball on the left side. They want a handball. Not going to get it. Norway wants a handball on that through ball. Not going to get it. Now Sangare gets it back in his own half. Agbaidu gives off left side. Conan. Conan left side. Diamande. Back to Conan. Kese. Kese midfield circle. Right side. They'll switch it. Not a great first touch. Maybe we'll get it back. Trying to work around Wolf on the right side here. Looking for some space. Not there. We'll go back. It's a midfield. Agbaidu. Left side Olawi. Olawi. Chips it down the left side. Conan, edge of the box, looks for a cross in. Around Holmgren Pedersen, the header away. Stays with the Ivory Coast to the box on the right side. They'll try to play a turn on the right, saved. The turn there by Kese on the pass from Pepe. The turn on the right a bit too heavy. And Nilan has no trouble with it. Yeah, I think LeBron's going to the Warriors. Your next match is Brazil versus winner of the... Oh, that's nice. That is nice. It's going to be a good match. You got some good matches at MetLife. You had some really good matches at MetLife. Yeah, Lakers, I love that LeBron has one final FU to the Lakers, made it so that they guaranteed Bronny's contract, and then the very next day, like just a couple hours later, Bronny decides, yeah, I'm not coming back. Or LeBron decides I'm not coming back. So they're stuck with Bronny. Free kick for Norway, edge of the box, left side. MetLife's got a lot of good matches. Hopefully we're able to cover the final at MetLife. Just a second foul on the Ivory Coast today, but puts him in a dangerous spot here. Berg standing over this. Now he'll back off. We'll leave it for Erdegaard. Probably can't go for goal from here due to the angle, but you can whip one in, find the head of Haaland on the far post. You got some good ones, John. Santa Clara is not. But New York got a lot of the good matchups. Which I'm not surprised by, but. Erdegaard, free kick, edge of the box, left side. He'll whip it into the far post. Saved. Fofana. Found the head of Surlot, but Fofana making the save, then a chest pass to the right side. They'll try to start a counterattack quickly here. Agbaidu gives it off. Can they switch the play left side? They'll switch it down the left. Heavy run there for Conan, but a good run. Edge of the box, left side, Conan. Conan looks for a run down the left, trying to get around Berg. Cleared behind corner number 11. Corner number 11. Can the Ivory Coast finally work a set piece? Yeah, Lucas the Lambo in a crappy garage. And Reeves. And Reeves. I saw that, Banjo. Yeah, that's crazy to think about. But I'm not too surprised because a lot of Canadians and Mexicans and Americans. So it doesn't surprise me a ton. And, of course, Messi. On the left side here, Diamande. Diamande looking for a ball in, trying to get her Holmgren Pedersen. Feeds edge of the box, left side, Olawi back up top. Looking for space to fire over the bar. Agbaidu. Well over the bar. Behind for a goal kick. Yeah, they had no creativity, CB. They really had no creativity. But coming for photos? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome, John. Yeah, we just want to have a good time at the World Cup. I feel like the vibes are very high at World Cup games. Yeah, Gakpo, yeah, it was awful. Yeah. At least he got his goal yesterday. With Gakpo, it was one of those... And I got to give the ref a lot of credit for not issuing a yellow card. Because when guys leave the bench like that, usually you get a yellow. The referee exercises better judgment, realizing, yeah, this is a special moment. So I'm happy to not get a... or not he, but the other players did not get a yellow for leaving the bench. But that was just tragic. No one deserves to go through that. Just absolutely tragic. And if you could take his mind off it for a little bit. Sub here, meanwhile, for Ivory Coast. Boney coming off. Diallo coming on. Also, Olawi comes off. Wai comes on alongside Diallo. Yeah, Reeves, yeah. You're right. They're not getting Giannis, obviously. It's the Heat now. Yeah, the Lakers are in trouble. The Lakers are in trouble. The Lakers are just going to be hovering around mediocrity. MLS finally a top league outside Europe and South America? Yes. Yes. Unless Liga MX. I would say Liga MX. Liga MX is bigger and better. Ron Jones Warriors fact. I'm going fact on that one. You know, Liga MX is better. Liga MX is better, but MLS is getting there. They're definitely getting there. They're probably number 2. They're probably number 2. Liga MX is still number 1. But they're getting there. Left side here for the Ivory Coast, Diamande. Diamande trying to cut inside on Holmgren Pedersen. Diamande, heavy run, air to guard, intercepts. Closes it down, plays it to Surla at the top of the box. Now they'll try to go on the counterattack. Switching the play left side. Good switch here, Berg. Gives off Wolfa. Wolfa at midfield. Play through ball down the left side for Berg. Across midfield. Trying to go on Casey. Through ball down the left. Heavy challenge from behind. Clean. Stops the counterattack. Ivory Coast get it back. Yeah, Mavs and Flags on rookie contract, yeah. I don't think LeBron would have made him like a title threat. I will say, I think with the Lakers, I don't think LeBron would have made him a title threat. Just like I don't think the Warriors sound like him a title threat. Cross it for the right side for the Ivory Coast. To the top of the box. Trying to flick it for Diamande. Cleared away. Stays with the Ivory Coast on the attacking third. They'll play it left side. Conan. Conan back to midfield. Sangare. Right side here, Kesey. Down the flanks. Edge of the box, right side. Trying to cut inside Nusa. Looks for space, get a shot off. It's not there. We'll go back to the top of the box. Sangare. Too much on that pass. We'll keep it on the left side this time. Sangare. Top of the box, left side. Diamande. Crosses it in. It's blocked and out of play for another corner, number 12. Ilimex has gone downhill. It's definitely gone downhill, but they're still talent-wise better than MLS. Saudi League, the good is really good, the bad is really bad. Japan's good. Japan's good. Saudi, it's a retirement home. It's what people said MLS was years ago. The good is really good, the bad is really bad. It's what people said MLS was. Yeah, the Hedges beef. Yeah, Naylor looks psychotic. Naylor is a psycho. We knew that on the D-backs, that he was like not the most pleasant person. He is a psycho. Corner number, I think 13 for the Ivory Coast. Can it be lucky number, or this might be 12. I think we've lost count at this point. Diamande, headed away on the corner. Back to the Ivory Coast, so right side, Diallo. Crosses the far post, headed away. Stays with the Ivory Coast into the 6th. The half volley blocked and cleared by Howland. Right, so if the Chinese Super League was a decade ago, at least they have the money to do it. Remember the same AI ad? Yeah, I don't control the ads. That's awful. If we get another PK, I'm convinced it's scripted. Can you imagine? 64th minute here. Yeah, the only AI I believe in is the Church of Little Brown Bear. Yeah, the Chinese Super League, yeah, they didn't have the finances. And they also realized it wasn't helping their team. It wasn't helping their national team grow. Because they were importing all these foreign players, but left them with no one local that people wanted to see and could develop. Yeah, the Lakers do need a lot of depth. Not having LeBron back does free that up, but do I trust him to do it? I don't really trust him to do it. Diallo gives off right side here. Body cam footage, yep. Yeah, the police officer should be fired. The police officer should be fired. And that's a bribe. It's pretty much a bribe that he took. He should be fired for that. Cross in. Nealon gets there easily. But Rossini just not taking accountability for actions. Where have I seen that before? Norway down the right side. Surlot, edge of the box, right side. Taken away by Agbadou. Agbadou will concede a corner. Polymarket or Rocket Money? At least Rocket Money has a purpose. Polymarket is illegal. Or it should be illegal. At least Rocket Money has a purpose. Corner on the right side for Norway. They're third. Ivory Coast had 12 corners, by the way. I get the count back. Erdegaard to take. And a good set piece last time. He'll whip the corner in from the right side. They'll redo the corner. I'll redo it. There was some jostling going on in the box with Sangare and Berge. It's a good corner, too, before the jostling. It was a good corner. It found Ayer's head. It's flicked on nicely. But yeah, Ayer was being held by Dule. Referee pulls it back. Erdegaard will try it again. Erdegaard, corner, into the 6, and Haaland saved off the line! Shot saved off the line. It was a great set piece. Saved off the line. That close to doubling the score. No, where's the final room for LeBron? They'll find room. Are they going to go out of business at some point by government regulations? Yes, at some point they will. Prize picks for Rocket Money. Prize picks. Prize picks. Definitely prize picks are better. The African football's come a long way, but they need a... It's someone besides Morocco. Yeah, they're all in the same category. NASL, Saudi, Chinese Super League. At least Saudi has the money. They're going to start pulling out, I think, but... At least Saudi, they're not going to go completely under. NASL didn't vet anyone. Like, NASL could buy a team for like $100. It was crazy. Dule gives it off right side. Edge of the box here. Pepe. Pepe plays it top of the box. 1-2. Taking off the ball there. Norway clears. Nusa. He'll get taken down. Play the advantage. Erdegaard. Erdegaard gets into midfield. 1-2 down the left side here with Haaland. Through ball, Nusa left side. Trying to get around Dule. He'll whip across in, head away by Kosanu. Ivory Coast get it back. Flag was up for offside. Should take a hydration break, and it will. This is the first hydration break, the third quarter, quote-unquote, hydration break, that a team is up in these knockout rounds. It's the first one. Every other match this knockout round, it was all level. The Calcians are even worse, yeah. Like I say, only take sponsors I believe in. You know, LeBron's like at a max contract. He's saying he's not doing it for the money. He wants to go somewhere where he can be happy. And that means sacrificing some money, he'll do it. He doesn't need the money at this point. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Give us a minute. Yeah, that sucks. And it shouldn't be that way. Calcium's the only option. Yeah, I get that. I can't vote on anything there. I just think it's kind of predatory and probably be illegal. LeBron, I don't think this is going to be his last contract. I think he's going to play his final season with the Cavs. His final season will be in Cleveland. But I don't think this will be his final season. Bronny is not. His contract's guaranteed with the Lakers. It's funny, his contract got guaranteed yesterday. His contract got guaranteed literally yesterday. And then Bron's like, see ya, I'm out of here. At the same time as US Bosnia, no one's going to be there. Why would they play a friendly the same time as US Bosnia? Why would they do that? That's so dumb. No, LeBron doesn't need the money now. New Mexico could be a rough watch tonight, yeah. I think it's going to be 1-0. Raul Jimenez. There might be like 3 shots on target that entire match. Why? That's like a college... Like a college hosting like a spring practice during the Super Bowl. You know, you can't go. No one's going to go with that game. No one's going to go. On principle, yeah, on principle. At least he played in the NBA. That's one of the most second. That's one of some second round picks at least. But so he's not good. Norway will make 2 subs off the hydration break. See Sheldrip and Bulb coming off. Surlock comes off. As does the goal scorer Noosa on a yellow. So Noosa comes off. We got back on our way here for this one. Oscar Balbon, Andreas Sheldrip. 3 subs remaining. And Ivory Coast going right to left. Norway left to right. Diallo. Through ball. Top of the box. Shot blocked. Conan. Shot blocked. Good chance for Ivory Coast. So right off the hydration break. Yeah, one player they got from the 26th draft. That was Braden Smith. Yeah, I don't fancy his chance in the NBA. I liked him in college, but... Yeah, there's going to be one of these scandals. 100% Banjo. There's going to be one of these scandals. And it will absolutely wreck him. Bryce James clears for the draft, 2nd round pick for the Lakers. No, Bronny wasn't first round. He was 55. No, Bronny was not a first round pick. You know, it's wrong toasted. She takes no accountability, and also the cops should be fired. No, Bronny was not first round. Bronny was pick number 55. We'll see on that one, Vaughn. We'll see. Yeah, Serena Williams on the court right now, yep. Right, only Mexico fans who will be there, not New Mexico fans. But she didn't face them. She just showed the text messages, which it seems like breaking confidentiality too, which is what you shouldn't do as a reporter like that. You know, Bronny was 55. He was not first round. Still bad, but at least it wasn't a first round pick. Norway play on the back. Nealon, Highland by the Ivory Coast. He'll boot it down the right side. Good first touch there for Norway by Holmgren Pedersen. But he lacks pace. Diamande steals it away from him. McGregor, I'm not sure if he's at the game. I don't think he would be. Why would he be at the game? He'd sign the honest. They could. They definitely could. Why would McGregor be at the game? He has no ties to either of these countries. Play a 1-2 the midfield circle here. Sangare. Why are you confused by that? She broke every rule in the book. She resigned too. She didn't get fired. She resigned. Diallo. 1-2 down the right side. Diallo cuts back inside. We're tied up. Diallo off the bench. We're tied up. What a run down the right by Diallo. And the Ivory Coast levels the score in the 74th minute. Diallo. A beautiful run down the right. Slices through the Norwegian defense. Cuts back inside. And we're all tied up. He did it all by himself on that one. It was a good 1-2 with Pepe. But then the cutback inside around Berge. Too easy. Berge caught off balance. Wolfa couldn't close down in time. Got caught on the 1-2. And Diallo, right off the bench, levels the score. Yeah, good things happen. You said it, CB. You said it. Well, she wasn't. That's an old video, Toast. That's an old video. That was an old video. That was from like months ago. But that makes sense, Banjo, yeah. A lot of players still on the grass court. I did not get a chance to watch Wimbledon yesterday, but usually the grass is pretty well kept. So that surprised me for day one. Yeah, the second one to fall to an African team. Yep. They could be. I had Ivory Coast winning this match 2-1. I had Ivory Coast 2-1. What a run there by Diallo. We're all level. We've had 2 knockout matches going to extra time already. Another 2 that were won in stoppage time in the second half. What lies in store for the rest of this one? We could have a draw. Could be another draw. On the right side here, the throw. Holmgren Pedersen. Feeds it to midfield. Berge. Switches to play left side. Berge at midfield. Trying to get around Wai. We'll go to Erdegaard. Yep, she does, Toasted. Yep. It definitely does. Let's go Ivory Coast. Yeah, Diallo, yeah, his finishing is great. I mean, you saw the finishing today. They're not really getting too many chances on target. The corner kicks, I mean, the set pieces have been quite poor. 12, and they really have not even tested Nealon. But Diallo, he's been so lively this World Cup. He's so lively on the ball. He gets his second goal of this World Cup. He's got the most shots of any player on the Ivory Coast this World Cup. He buries it there. Norway throw on the right side in the attacking third. Holmgren Pedersen to take. The edge of the box on the right side. Back to Holmgren Pedersen. He'll chip it right side to Erdegaard. Erdegaard, edge of the box for Berge. Berge, overlapping run on the right. Holmgren Pedersen trying to cross it in. Closing the space down is Diamande. Stays with it, though. Holmgren Pedersen, space for a cross. Not enough height on that one. Head away by the Ivory Coast. They can start a counterattack here. Ivory Coast start a counterattack here. Wai, through ball down the right side in the attacking third. Pepe. Ball back to Wai, the sub. Back heel flick to the top of the box. Goes down, no call. Wai goes down, no call. I remember that game against Sunderland. I do remember that they were playing Sunderland a couple years ago. That's awesome. And now they're in the Champions League. They're playing in Europe. That is nuts to think about Champions League, but they're playing in Europe. Crazy to think about. On the left side here for Norway. Sheldrip. Back to the top of the box. Erdegaard. Erdegaard trying to create space. Stances around his man, Sangare. Looking for space on the left side. Played on the left side. Can they find the head of Holland here on this cross? Working around Dule. Not there. They'll go back up top. Berge. Left side it goes. Cross in. Looking for Haaland, but nowhere near him. Easily fielded there for Fofana. Oh, no, you're not, Toasted. You're not. It's actually very common because it's the same colors, just flipped. Left side here, Diamande. Diamande in the box. Diamande overlapping run left side. Diallo. Cross in. Looking for Diamande. Blocked. Getting extras? I think so. They're setting all. That match was good. That match was really good. And that was a fun match. It sucks we could only do the second half of that one because the France game ran long with the weather delay, but it was a fun match. Down the right side, Holmgren Pedersen. Overlapping run on the right. He goes for Bob. Bob. Back up top. Space for Erdegaard. Erdegaard, if he wants a cross, he'll play it right side. Holmgren Pedersen. He'll fire a cross into the 6. Cleared away. No one there. Got to get more height on that one if you're looking for Haaland. Stays with Norway, though. Right side, edge of the box. Work a 1-2 down the right side. Holmgren Pedersen. Erdegaard. Overlapping run right side for Bob. Bob. Edge of the box right side. Back to Bob. From Holmgren Pedersen. We'll play it off here for Berge. Berge dispossessed. Taken off by Agbadou. Ivory Coast will clear. Conan clears it back to midfield. Yep, I saw that, Toasted. Yep. Saw that one. I think Warriors. I think it's going Warriors. Wolfa plays it left side. Sheldrip. Sheldrip trying to get around Dule. Sheldrip. Jersey being tugged. He finds a man top of the box. Berge. Berge. Erdegaard with space. Erdegaard top of the box. Taken off the ball cleanly Back to Erdegaard, but then a poor touch on the 1-2 with Bob. And Ivory Coast will clear again with Conan. Only as far as the top of the box to Holmgren Pedersen. Gets it back. Not a great clearance. Holmgren Pedersen. Heavy ball down the right side. Intercepted by Conan. And now the Ivory Coast will clear. Senegal beat Belgium? Yes. Belgium has been quite poor so far this World Cup. Senegal can definitely win that match. That's one of those that was a toss-up going in. That's one of those that 100% has a toss-up. Stoppage here for an injured player for Ivory Coast. As it is Diallo who is down. I'll stop the play here for the moment. We got an injury stoppage here, 82nd minute. Ivory Coast leveling the score. All knockout games so far, at some point in stoppage time, they've been level. Diallo will walk off the pitch. Going PKs? No, I think someone scores in extra time. It'll go extra time, I think someone scores in extra time. Have to stop the play. He'll come off for a minute. Sub for Ivory Coast. Diallo looks like he's going to get back on just a little bit. But every match so far has been level at some point in stoppage time. Crazy to think about. Could we see that continue here? They'll spray Diallo's back. He should be out there in a little bit. These African teams being European teams upsets. This one's not an upset. No, not at all. This one's not an upset. I had Ivory Coast winning this one. This one's not an upset. Morocco's not an upset also. Morocco's not even close to an upset. Sub here for Norway. Holmgren Pedersen off. Arsnes on. So Arsnes on, they'll have 2 remaining in regular time. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here, man. You know, Africa, I mean, they're a great confederation. Africa, they need more spots in the next World Cup. They should really have 2 more. CONCACAF should lose 1. Asia should lose 1. And I can justify Asia having that many spots after this performance. Bob on the right side. Again, Norway going left to right. Ivory Coast right to left. Ayer switches to play left side. Wolfa gives off in the attacking third. Looking for a runaround Dule here. Not there. We'll go back up top. Erdegaard. 35 yards away, looking for some space. He fakes the switch to the left. He'll go right side, but backwards to Arsnes. His first touch, he'll play back to the midfield circle for Ayer. Ayer, Berge. Left side. Hagyam. Trying to run around Dule here on the left side edge of the box. Not a lot of space, goes back to Berge. Berge, left flank. Sheldrip. Sheldrip looking for space. So play it. Switch to the play right side, looking for Bob. Not a lot of pace on that one. Intercepted by the Ivory Coast, but they get it right back. Wolfa gives it off edge of the box, left side. Back to Wolfa. Wolfa, edge of the box, Erdegaard. Through ball down the left side, cross in, blocked. Dule, the sliding challenge, blocks the cross. Norway throwing on the left side. LeBron thinking of going Warriors? I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. Right, Congo, that'd be an upset. Cabo Verde would be an upset. Pepe scores and doing it. I appreciate you, Scott. Yeah, Cabo Verde would be an upset. Congo would be an upset. Those 2 would be legit upsets. This is not an upset. I had this one. I had Ivory Coast winning this one. And Morocco, I have as a toss-up. That was one that I thought whoever won that was going to the quarterfinals. Erdegaard. They'll go right side. Arshness. And for a 1-2 Bob. Not there. He'll play a through ball, though. It's a great through ball down the center of the box. 1-2 in! Haaland! 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 What a ball by Bob! What a ball by Bob! To the right side of the box! The cross in the box to Haaland! And Haaland with his feet! One of the best in the world! A tap-in goal! His 5th of this World Cup! And Norway in front 2-1 in the 85th minute. What a ball by Bob. He plays Berge on beautifully in the box. Down the right side. Or excuse me, plays Berg down the right side. He plays Berg down the right and Haaland right there to put it in. A great ball by Bob. Thought it was going down the flank. Instead, he played down the right side of the box. And Ivory Coast caught out. Berg to Haaland. Row your boat. About 5 minutes and change away from advancing. No, it's not ruining his legacy. No, he will not be hating Cleveland, no. They understand. He got them a ring. He's immune for everything. He can do whatever he wants. He's immune. Pepe comes off. Doc Day comes on for the Ivory Coast. So Pepe off. Doc Day on. 2 subs remaining. Yep, absolutely perfect. Some Congo one was called Zaire. Yep, and that was a mess. Norway has never won a knockout match. No, Pepe's not going to tie it. He's out. He's out, yep. Unless you have a super sub. Where they must have goals to tap in, yep. I got it there. This is the 3rd time that Norway has made it to the knockout stage. (1938), although everything was knockout then, was single elimination, no group stage. 1998, they lost to Italy both times. They have never won a knockout match. Their 4th appearance at the World Cup could be one for the history books. They only won 2 matches in a World Cup before this year. They've won 2 at this tournament so far, looking for a 3rd. And on the verge of getting one. They can hold on here. They have it in the attacking third, right side. Bub wins the throw. Last touch by Conan. Overtime, yes. I think we are. I'm not sure, actually. I'll double check. I might be hanging out with friends today. I'm not sure. I'll double check. There you go, Brian. Yep. Yeah, Dub Nation, now Unk Nation. Yep. 2 goals from time. Zlatan for highest ever scoring international Scandinavian is only 25. He's going to get that mark party, anything crazy. He's going to get there. Might do it during this World Cup. And every match so far in the World Cup in the knockout rounds has been tied at some point in stoppage time. There is still time for the Ivory Coast. Time is running out. The 89th minute here. Diallo gives it left side. Diamande. Diamande attacking third, left side. Diamande. I would think 5 minutes of added time. When the time comes. Heavy ball by Diamande. Intercepted by Norway. Erdegaard. Gives off to Berge. Midfield here for Norway on the left side. Erdegaard. Great run by Erdegaard. Great run by Erdegaard. Acres of space. Through ball. Haaland turns. Plays it left side. The shot. I think he blocked his own player. I think Haaland blocked his own player's shot. It's a great run by Erdegaard. He's been the man of the match for me today. 7 minutes of added time. That is a lot more than I expected. Your realistic chance? Not very. No, not very. Usually go chalk in the World Cup. You're usually in a good spot. You know, that was a disaster World Cup for them, Banjo. Yeah. There was so much, there was so much government interference in that one. The final match was just a nightmare. The final match was a nightmare. Which makes sense when you realize everything they were going through. Haaland gives it off left side. Berg. I'll switch the play out the back here. 7 minutes of added time. The longest 7 minutes of Norway's life. 6 minutes away from their first ever knockout win. And go into the round of 16 for a date against Brazil. Why goes down, no call. Norway looked to clear. The clearance takes a deflection. Ivory Coast having the attacking third. Conan. 1-2 back to Conan. Good ball there by Diallo. Conan cross into the box! Not far off. Cleared away. But nervy scenes there. Berge almost had trouble clearing that ball. Back to the top for the Ivory Coast. Right side. Sangare. Plays it right side. Kese. Back right side. Edge of the box. Cross in. No one there. Diamande tried to outjump his man, and he'll get called for over the back. He takes Arshness, the sub, down, jumping over his back. Free kick for Norway. Stops the attack for the moment. Yeah, it's at least not Kevin Hart, Joe. At least not Kevin Hart. Well, people think North Freak faces actually happen, yes. Everyone's bring out their goalie. On a corner kicks, they will, yes. Corner kick, they will. Otherwise, you don't really bring out the goalie in soccer. You don't really bring out the goalie. Set piece, they will. And they have a free kick at midfield. They'll have the goalie take it and boot it deep. 5 minutes of added time remaining. Any more subs? 2 more for the Ivory Coast. Some fresh legs. All hands on deck. Conan coming off. Gesson and Touré coming on. Diamande coming off. It's the last subs for the Ivory Coast. If they level the score, they will get one more sub. Otherwise, that'll do it. From a substitute perspective, Norway still has 2 remaining. Vozina's on the late night show with James Corden tonight. Oh my God. Vozina. I wouldn't wish them my worst enemy. You made it to the World Cup and your reward is you go on the late night show with James Corden. Jeez. Vozina's a guest tonight. That's going to be painful. Goal kick, Ivory Coast. That is going to be painful. My God. Goal kick here. Fofana to take. He'll boot it deep. 3 minutes and change. Norway win it back. Ball down the right side. Push from behind. No foul. I'll let him play. Sangare does well to win that. Sangare then runs into the Norwegian trainer. He wants to take the throw quickly. Norway's coaching staff not having it. They'll switch to play right side. Dakday. Up top. Diallo. 1-2. Too heavy. But a poor first touch by Erdegaard. Saves with the Ivory Coast to the attacking third right side. Cross in. Cleared away for the moment by Norway. So it's flicked to the far post. Shove from behind. Free kick. Sangare gets shoved to the ground. Free kick. From a spot to get one in. Centralized. About 30 yards away. Some shoving between Ayer and Gesson, the substitute. Why are you getting into it as well? England gave us a chance to score and we're tied. Yep. We won the revolution, but England gave us a chance to score. Do they like going on? They probably like the money they get. Do they like going on? No. Messing up their sleep schedule? No. They probably like the money. The money must be darn good. You can go for goal from here. Kesey and Diallo standing over this ball. You can go for goal. It's a centralized spot. You can whip one in. Diallo to take! What a save! Nealon with the save. Top left corner. A perfect free kick. An even better save. Nealon. What a save. Top left corner. Diallo got in a perfect spot. They'll get their 13th corner of the match. Will it be lucky number 13 for the Ivory Coast? Diallo whips it in. Cleared by Norway. They'll play it back to midfield. Heavy first touch. Norway win a throw. Yeah, that was a goal otherwise, yep. I'd probably say James Corden show. At least you might get, like, a stroke of comedy at some point. If it's the ChatGPT one, I would love it. I'm on for Friends First 1/2. I am, yep, I am. Ivory Coast get back in their own half. Minimum 20 seconds. They'll have time for one more attack. Fofana. He'll boot it deep. Looking for Wai. Wai shields it down. Plays it right side. Chance for a ball in Dakte. Cross block. Dakte keeping it. Out of play. Corner kick number 14. Diallo to take. One last chance. Keep her out. They'll pull the goalie. This will surely be the last kick of the match. They'll pull the goalie here, Fofana. They're 0 for 13 on corners today. They'll pull Fofana. Here we go. Diallo to take. Ball into the box. Stays with Ivory Coast on the left side. Dule. Too far of a back pass. He had to keep it in the attacking 30 to not. And Norway win it 2-1. Norway, for the first time ever, has won a game in the knockout stage. They'll play Brazil next, but the Norwegians will row their boat into the round of 16. Howland, the 86th-minute winner on the tap-in. Norway 2, Ivory Coast 1. A heartbreaking defeat for the Ivory Coast. An evenly matched game, just not clinical on corner kicks. The Ivory Coast, their first ever appearance in the knockout rounds. A great World Cup for them. The first time ever they've won 2 matches in a World Cup. But their journey ends here as Norway takes it 2-1. Bidding against Howland. That's going to be a fun match. That's going to be a fun one. All right. On that note, I'm going to sign off here. Norway's over also Brazil. Someone's got to give. We're going to see. We got the next match, France-Sweden, in 2 hours. 2 hours till that match. Congrats to Norway. A well-deserved win. It was a great game. It was a great match. It was a great match. Be live in 2 hours. I'll start the stream in 90 minutes. I'll do that in 90 minutes. So, appreciate you guys' time for tuning in. See you guys in 2 hours. France, Sweden.